Welcome to another reaction video. Today we're going to be responding to Tucker Carlson and Tucker Carlson's response to a Balenciaga ad campaign.
But it's not just the sexual mutilation of children in hospitals. This is part of a larger trend, and the trend is this. Adults crossing the line, and it has always been a bright line, into deep involvement with the sexuality of children.
And before he goes any further, that's what the plus sign on the LGBTQ alphabet chain, that's what the plus sign means. That's what it refers to, LGBTQ plus. What does that plus refer to? Well, it's the sexualization of children, as we can see unfolding in this ad campaign. Well, actually, we can see it unfolding all around us. But just be aware, anybody who uses that plus sign, just sort of in an approving or a semi-approving or a non-disapproving way, including Christians, LGBTQ plus. If they talk about the LGBTQ plus community, they are applauding and enabling groomers.
That has always been, and must in a civilized society always be, the most forbidden thing. It's considered unacceptable even among prison inmates. But now it seems to be growing in its prevalence.
Now, if you take a look at this Balenciaga character on the screen there, we can see that whatever they're up to is totally normal.
Consider the latest ad for the clothing brand Balenciaga. This was just uploaded on Instagram. As you can see, the photo shoot they're using to sell their products features a young girl holding a teddy bear in a bondage outfit.
A teddy bear in a bondage outfit. Yeah. Again, totally normal.
Then, in case you missed the point, the photo shoot also contains this image. It shows several documents. Most of them aren't visible, but what you can see when you zoom in, and of course the point is that you see it, is a reference to a U.S. Supreme Court case called Ashcroft versus Free Speech Coalition. That case struck down a law against kiddie porn. What is this? Well, it is what it appears to be. It's an endorsement of kiddie porn, of child pornography. What else could it be? We wanted to know. So we reached out today to Balenciaga to get their explanation, and they didn't respond.
There's a big shock. They didn't want to answer Tucker's questions.
So we're going to have to take that on face value and ask, where's the moral outrage? We have an entire industry in this country comprised of moral outrage merchants. If you've ever been on Twitter, you know what we mean. Truly, an entire sector of our economy is devoted to attacking people for falling short of the mark. And here is a high-end retailer promoting kiddie porn in an ad on Instagram, and nobody notices. There's no boycott. There's no front-page New York Times editorial against it. And of course, Instagram let the advertisement run, endorsing kiddie porn. And by the way, if you have an alternate explanation for what this was, let us know. A child with a teddy bear in a bondage outfit and a Supreme Court decision striking down a kiddie porn law displayed on the table? What is that? Are we jumping to conclusions? Don't think so. It is what it appears to be. It's right in your face, and no one's saying anything.
Well, I'll say something. What Tucker said.
Again, Instagram had no problem with this. Until Elon Musk took over Twitter, Twitter allowed hashtags that explicitly linked to child pornography. Nobody said anything because crimes against children are no big deal. It's thought crimes that are the real crimes. So if you said something about it, if you were libs of TikTok and said, wait a second, this seems to be abetting child molestation, which of course, that's what it's doing, you were instantly booted off Twitter. But the links to kiddie porn, they're still there. Well, now they've been deleted. Thank God.
Yeah. Way to go, Elon. God draws straight with crooked lines, right?
One improvement. So all of this has been happening out in the open, but NBC News hasn't bothered to report on any of it. Where was their report tonight on Balenciaga pushing kiddie porn in an Instagram ad? No. They're reserving all their energy to attack you for noticing. You're a stochastic terrorist if you point it out. And you need to be censored. Watch.
Content moderation is a hard task. What we know is that Twitter and where the bulk of this information is right now, because that's where the biggest accounts like Matt Walsh and libs of TikTok, again, where they sort of post this stuff.
They post critiques of people doing vile things like this, like the Balenciaga campaign. If you attack, Tucker's exactly right on this. If you attack the perverts, then you are charged with the hate crime, and the perverts are, they're fitting right in.
What's being done? Well, 2 days ago, we know that Elon Musk, who owns Twitter now, he just reversed the policy that Twitter did have against targeting and harassment of LGBTQ people.
Targeting and harassment means disagreeing with. Just so you know.
Against misgendering, transgender people.
Misgendering means disagreeing with. Agreeing with God, God's gender assignment at conception, and differing with someone else's vaporous thoughts in their head.
Transgender people.
So here you have people mutilating the genitals of children, running ads on Instagram promoting kiddie porn, and there's Brandy Zdrozny on NBC News. She's not attacking them. She's attacking anyone who notices and accusing them of attacking gay people. Once again, this has nothing to do with gay people.
I do differ with that. This has nothing to do with gay people. It's not exactly right, because the beginning of that alphabet chain, that's upstream. Where we are now is downstream. He who says A must eventually say B and must eventually say C. If sexual relations are not ordered by a divine word given by God to Moses on Mount Sinai, if that's not the case, then anything goes. And so the thing that Tucker's, I think, missing is that he says all civilized societies have a bright line that this is crossing. Well, this is true in a Christian society, a society that still has the remnants of a great deal of Christian influence. But there have been societies where pederasty was acceptable, totally acceptable. And so, we are seeing a reversion to that because of the repaganization of our culture. So I applaud Tucker as far as he goes, but we need to realize that gays do have something to do with it. That's upstream.
This is an attack on the sexual fixation on and mutilation of the genitals of children, pushing kiddie porn. There's nothing to do with gay people. That's an offense against anyone's definition of decency, and she's effectively defending it, and they all are. You're not allowed to notice it, or else you're committing violence. You're complicit in mass murder. Well, the people who are doing these things are fine. No one attacks them.
Yeah, the man has a point. I think he should be answered. A big part of what we do here in November is that we give stuff away, as in for free, and this month we've given away tens of thousands of books already. This helps offset the impression that our refusal to qualify assertions during November proceeds from a churlish heart. Rather, it comes from a heart brimming over with generosity and open-handedness. So at the bottom of every NQN post, look for the current offers, whatever they might be this week. Please note that these are different from weeks 1, 2, and 3. I want to exhort you to take advantage of these giveaways. We've already busted all previous records for free books going out the door, numbering in the tens of thousands, actually. And it would really be fun to lap ourselves a few more times. 1. This week's links to free Kindles include 3 books, not just 2. The first is The Lord's Service, which is a great explanation of covenant renewal worship. The second is my book on building Christian community. It is called Gashmu Saith It, and the documentary that drops this week is a companion to this book. The third book is The Case for Classical Christian Education, in case you were wondering about this key element in our program. 2. Also in November, anyone can get 1 free month of Canon Plus using the code NQNQ. This only works for new subscribers. Sorry, it doesn't work for existing or annual subscriptions. If you do this, you will be able to watch my new documentary over Thanksgiving, and to do so for free. The name of the doc is How to Save the World in 11 Simple Steps. That would be simple steps, not easy steps. Critics should be sure to watch it in order to confirm their suspicions about the apparent megalomania of the title, but which will turn out to be a dud. Since disappointing my critics has become something of a hobby of mine, I do encourage critics to take advantage of this free offer. 3. And this November, current subscribers can give a year's subscription of Canon Plus for just $50. $49.99 instead of $95.88. That way you can get that pastor, friend, or enemy the Canon Plus content they've been so wishing for. And in addition to all of that, from my quaint little Mablog shop, over the course of this coming week, November 21 through 25, you may obtain my collection of tweets that I've sent aforetime out into the void. That book is called No Artificial Tweeteners and is free below.